puppies! And today we are back with another book review. And as you guys suggested, Sea of Monsters. Took me a little bit longer because, as you've seen on Burning Block's channel, our house is under construction. So when we last saw our heroes, it was when they were 12 and last at Camp Half-Blood. But since then, they have all gone their separate ways throughout the school year. But at the beginning of this year, Percy has had nothing go wrong, which is surprising. He has a brand new friend named Tyson. But by the last day of school, he soon finds out that not everything, as always, is as it seems. After fighting man-eating cannibalistic giants, he winds up going with Annabeth and Tyson to Camp Half-Blood, where he soon realizes that the camp is under attack because the tree, Talia, has been poisoned. And they must save the camp from monsters. With no real way to save Talia's tree, the whole camp is in a pickle when Chiron is banished from the camp, seeming as it was his fault the tree got poisoned. Now, the only way that Percy figures out that he can save the camp and Talia's tree is by the Golden Fleece, which he sees in his dreams while dreaming about Grover and Grover's dire situation, pretending to be a bride for a Cyclops on an island in the middle of the Sea of Monsters. Even though Clarice, Percy's camp bully, gets picked to go after the fleece herself, Percy goes anyway with a little nudge from Hermes, and with Annabeth and Tyson they set off on their own boat. Along the way, they find out that Luke is planning to revive the Titan Lord Kronos, and they only narrowly escape from the ship. Along the way, they run into Clarice, and after her ship gets blown to bits, they wind up finding themselves, through a little bit of trial error, monsters, and Percy getting turned into a guinea pig, on the correct island, where they soon find Grover and Clarice still alive. Now, mind this, Tyson was lost during Clarice's ship when it got blown up, and Percy fears that his half-brother, who was claimed by Poseidon, might be lost to the seas forever. Now, he soon finds out that this is not the case. After a daring plan to get the Cyclops away from Clarice and Grover, they free them, and Tyson comes to their aid toward the end so that they can escape the island and make their voyage back home. With Clarice flying to get the fleece back to Talia's tree on time, Percy and Annabeth are faced once again by Luke and his followers, only to be stopped by Chiron and his rowdy cousins, and are whisked away to a safe haven where Chiron tends to Percy's wounds. With the fleece wrapped around the tree, Chiron is restored back to camp, and everything seems to have been just fine. But with a couple of days of the meadows restoring, the grass greening, the Talia's tree looking better than ever, the fleece worked a little too well. Within the last couple pages of the book, everybody's woken up in the middle of the night with a startle, and as they run to Talia's tree, they find out that Talia herself has been reborn from under the roots of the tree. The good. I actually personally really liked this one as far as convenience went. I know a lot of you said that, or a lot of you from last video knew that my problem with the first one was that some things were a little too convenient. I'd say that with this one, it was a lot more of a better story flow, and that they actually had to figure more stuff out than just it being, this happens. You know, there was explanation, or there was a reason, or it just made sense during the time. You know, you could say there was a couple things being convenient, like Percy's dreams, you know, being linked to Grover, but Grover explains that he made the link, it's a mystic link. Or Chiron showing up at the right time, you know, he explains that he intercepted the message that Percy made to trick Luke. There was something that actually made sense, and it was a little bit less convenience and a little bit more, okay, that's why that happened. And the bad. Now really, I didn't actually have much of a problem with this one, just because I thought that it flowed a little bit better. So, but one thing that I heard from my cameraman, Burning Block, he said that the one thing that kind of bugged him a little bit was that they never get a break, which is true during the book. Now, you know, you're supposed to have your problems, but the one thing that I noticed with the Percy Jackson series is, one thing, there's a lot going on, and he's right, they don't get a real break. They, you know, whether it's Percy getting changed into a guinea pig. No sleep, no food, no water, just another monster. Or whether it's Annabeth. She wants to hear the sirens, thinking that it's going to make her wiser. No, it really messes her up, and she cries, and it's really, really sad. No sleep, no rest, no nothing, more monsters. Or it's getting to, they have one rest stop, and Annabeth stops at this rest stop with Percy and Tyson, and they come across a Hydra in the middle of nowhere. No food, no sleep, no water, just another monster. And yes, they are in the sea of monsters, but yeah, no food, no sleep, no rest. They're basically just throughout the whole story. And yeah, so that was kind of his criticism, is that they literally don't get a break. They just are going all day and all night.
Yeah.
4 out of 5 stars again? No, I don't think so. Now, I'm going to take Burning Block's suggestions into consideration here, as that was kind of the no rest part. Again, they're 13, like, that's kind of ridiculous. So I'll take that in consideration, but I actually like this one a little bit more as far as the good/bad thing goes, so I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Woo! Yeah. And following the good, the bad, and the 4-star rating, I do think you should read it. I think you should. The series is pretty much so far great. And, yeah, read this one too. Because I'm going to make you. One way or another. I'm going to hound you on Facebook or tell you in other videos. Just read the book. It's a good book. You have one day in your life that you can spend reading. I suggest you do it. So I think that just about does it. I think you guys should read the book. I gave the 4-part, analysis. And although I am thinking I'm probably going to be doing something a little bit different for next week. I've been putting the same books up for 2 runs now, and it has been brought to my attention that I shouldn't do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have one major vote for one decision before I actually switch the book listings out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you guys, do you want me to just read the last 3 books in the Percy Jackson series and give a massive 20-minute, analysis of each one? Or do you want me to move on to a different book real fast and then come back to it? And I'm not going to put any book in particular. I am just going to generalization. I'll just ask you now. Should I finish the Percy Jackson series and make one giant review, or should I do a different book and then come back to it? I'll just ask now. I'll just ask it. Yeah. So I think that just about does it. So please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And with me whisking this book off dramatically, I will see you all later! As you've seen on Burning Block's channel, our house is under construction. Half-Blood, where he soon realizes that the camp is under attack because the tree, Talia's tree, has been poisoned. You click the button and wait. I still have no time to think. See monsters, but yeah. Nope, no food, no sleep, no rest. They're basically just throughout the whole story. And yeah, so that was kind of his criticism, is that they literally don't get a break. They just are going all day and all night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just heard. Woo! Yeah. Get off the camera. I keep throwing this book. I've actually bent it. I feel a little bad.
Actually bent the book, ladies and gentlemen.
I bent the top of it. Okay, you ready? Thanks for that. Appreciate it. I bent it again. I need to stop throwing my books. Because I bent the corner again.
Yeah, it has to feel random, Wolf. You keep throwing the book. How does it feel when the book throws itself at you?
That was your fault. Fine.
Take the book.
Fine.
Take it.
Fine. I don't know why you're putting this in here. Honestly, I don't know why you're putting this in here. Wait, it's gotta sit up though. Can you see it in the camera? Ah! Ah! Oh my god. Okay, that should be good. I'm not gonna move my head too much. This is not gonna work whatsoever. So I think that just about does it. So, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why is the camera on? Hello? Hello?
Took you hours.
Yeah, this backdrop takes me forever to say. Yeah, now in the background you can see Burning Blocks area. This is how I film my videos. Is I sit in front of his area, and I just put up a nice backdrop.
We're both wearing a white shirt. I just now noticed this.
Oh yeah. So yeah, video number what is this 7, and you've figured out all my trade secrets. Thanks for that, Burning Block. Thanks for that.
Wait. No. Hello, puppies. Welcome back to